What's up, my friends? Welcome back to our blind Let's Play of The Witcher 2. Here we are with Geralt. We're also over here with Arian. I'm going to go ahead and check in with Arian, see if he has anything new now that we learned about the King Radovid wanting to, or Arian wanted to go to King Radovid for help to find his siblings. So let's see if he has anything new. Here we go. Why are you looking to Radovid for help?
I spoke to Radovid.
I take it you know what has happened to Anais, then?
Why Radovid?
My sister, the blood to which Temeria's throne belongs, has been spirited away. Of those here, only he is mad enough to use force to recover her.
Radovid rules Redania.
Don't take me for an idiot, Witcher. I know well that in this world nothing comes free. If my sister can be saved only if she passes to Redania, I'll not hesitate.
Well, why don't you come to Geralt of Rivia then? Alright, well, that was minor, short, to the point. Let's go back and talk to this. Actually, let's look in the journal because everything did indeed update. Let's see. We did read this already. Geralt kept his vow and accompanied Brigida to the river. Brigida also kept her word. She revealed that the Council of Regents had dispatched Foltest's children at Loc Muinne, where their fate was to be decided. The convoy had almost left Temeria territory when its commander revealed a letter from Baron Kimbolt ordering a change of route. Once on the new trail, the convoy was attacked by unknown assailants. Brigida had fled and knew little else of what befell Bowskii and Anais. But she suspected the worst. She had made her way to Loc Muinne with what hope she did not know. That too was where the aforementioned unknown assailants reappeared, clearly intent on killing the last living witness of the attack. And that was when Geralt had stepped in. Grateful for his help, Brigida gave our hero Kimbolt's letter ordering the convoy to change course. Thus confirming her story, the Witcher decided to speak with the nobleman and learn what had prompted him to issue the order. The search for Bowskii has begun. So Bowskii is not dead, he is just gone. Talk to Kimbolt about Foltest's children. Alright, well, let's go back and talk to fucking Kimbolt about the children. Because if Bowskii isn't dead, I thought they said he was dead, though. But I know Roach said it was up in the air. Okay. Roach said it was up in the air. The fate of Bowskii is unknown, but if he's actually not dead, then yippee, I guess. I mean, obviously I don't want the young boy to die. That's just terrible. But his, you know, strength for the throne will be way more than Anais's. Hold on here. What should we do? So we got this one on board. We got this one on board. We can get 150 and more damage reduction. You know what? Fuck yeah, let's get more damage reduction. Maybe it will help in any of the later battles. I don't know if we still have the situation with the dragon and stuff, but that fight was pretty hard. Who knows? Alright, let's go talk to Kimbolt. Let's get it on board. The Brigida lady was actually really cool. I liked her. Oh, you got all types of men in here now. Look like a bunch of fucking jesters. Look at him. Look at these stripes he's got going on here. So this Kimbolt guy, I could imagine he's probably not going to take kind of us. Oh.
I believe there's been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my guards.
And what might I convey?
Nothing.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
For the last time, out! Tend to this matter.
Who was that thug I passed in the doorway?
He's of no concern to you.
People like him sometimes do stupid things.
Did I ask for your opinion on the matter?
This guy's such a prick, man.
The convoy carrying Anais and Bowskii was ambushed. Why?
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock, the one in which you ordered him to abandon the planned route.
Nonsense! I sent no such letter.
You're lying. The letter looked authentic.
The letter bears your seal and signature, Baron.
Where is it?
I have it.
Show me.
You'll have to take my word.
The word of a wandering monster slayer means nothing to me. If that's the situation, I've said all I have to say. I wrote no such letter.
Words come cheap, Baron. I'm finding it hard to believe you.
I care little for what you believe. If this letter exists, we are dealing with a forgery. Whoever is behind this has crossed a Temerian noble, and will be duly punished. My scribe will test the letter and confirm what I claim.
All right. I'll see what this scribe has to say.
There are objective means of examining the letter's authenticity. I promise to pay you well for learning the truth.
The truth does taste better when payment's involved.
See the scribe about the letter's authenticity, or go to Natalis and charge Kimbolt? Well, we can't charge him because we don't know. So that was the whole thing we were reading last episode with all these weird notes in here. Remember how it was all...
Young alchemist, do as you order.
Drunker than a bard.
Acid to
Won't
water.
get anything out of him. Maybe there's something about testing letters in his notes.
What'd he say? Add acid to water?
Water quenches lime, like beer quenches thirst. Young alchemist, do as you order. Add acid to water.
Add acid to water?
Light, quench, shit, rinse.
Light, quench, shit, rinse? What do you want about?
Young alchemist, not all that falls out an ass is gold. Yet a cormorant old shit spells out his hole. Vapors to cleanse in water cold. So be bold, be bold. Young alchemist, do as you order. Add acid to water.
What? Aryan Lavalette interrogation report. Ooh. Upon completing the initial procedures, we began interrogation proper. Aryan Lavalette was informed of the tools which would be used. His answer, being vulgar and unworthy of a highborn man, was not recorded. Then the unkind master began to brand him with high iron. I proceeded to ask him my Lord Baron's questions. Unfortunately, I came upon a wall of resistance, and the subject's answers were full of filth that shed no light on the issue at hand. The unkind master then quenches another tool, and after it was applied, I began to ask my Lord Baron's questions anew. Johim Pyle? Belief?
Young alchemist, not all that falls out an ass is gold. Yet a cormorant old shit spells out. Water quenches lime, like beer quenches thirst.
So, what are we supposed to do here?
Light, quench, shit, rinse.
According to the scribe's notes, if this is Kimbolt's letter, the paper it's written on was treated with an invisible dye. An activator should bring out the dye, turning the paper blue. Now for the activator's formula. Better try it on some drafts first.
So, test Baron Kimbolt's letter. Let's test the draft.
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
Okay.
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
I love how Geralt's talking to himself. This shit gets me so immersed. So... add burnt lime to flask. He said acid. I'm trying to think of what that guy said. Acid. Water. Shit. Rinse.
Let's add burnt lime.
A little burnt lime. Gently warm the flask and add vitriol oil. Heat the flask captured. Add water to the flask.
A bit of water.
Then, because acid is like lime can be considered acid, right? Or would it be vitriol oil? Add Gorant guano. That's shit. That's bat shit, isn't it?
Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
Heat the flask, capture the vapors, and douse them with water. The fourth one is unknown, though. Gently warm the flask and add vitriol oil. Add heated copper to the flask. Let's try this one.
Wait for it to dissolve. I need to add burnt lime to the flask, then quench it with water. Add bird guano to that, heat it, then capture the vapors and run them through cold water to obtain the final substance. All right, let's try this on Kimbolt's letter.
Was that right? All right, let's try it.
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Blue was considered a forgery, right? Or, oh man, I don't remember. So add burnt lime.
A little burnt lime.
Now it's add water.
A bit of water.
Then bat shit.
Everything's better with a dash of bird guano.
And then heat the flask, capture the vapors, and douse them with water.
Wait for it to dissolve. Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kimbolt had nothing to do with this.
So Kimbolt is not guilty of it then. Okay. Geralt's experience concocting potions, oils, and bonds proved useful as he easily created the activating substance. The page turned orange, not blue, not written on Kimbolt's paper. The letter was clearly a forgery. The Witcher decided to revisit the Baron to try to establish who might have tried to frame him. Okay. Well, let's go back to him. So blue was forgery and red was, or blue was not forgery and red was forgery. Unless I did that fucking wrong.
Where have we met?
But this guy, I don't really trust him.
You were right, Baron. The letter's forged.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt Bowskii. Bastard or not, he is still a child. Your payment, Witcher. I want you to look into another matter.
What would it involve?
Count Linus Maravel. You've heard the name?
Young, capable, handsome.
Yes. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault. Right after the Temerian delegation arrived in Loc Muinne, his people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters traveling to and fro, it reminds me more of a complicated courtship.
You're curious to know the content of those letters.
I want you to learn the Count's plans. The man would sell his mother to please the Emperor. Find out what Maravel's messenger is carrying. If treason is involved, you must alert John Natalis. You will be generously rewarded, I assure you.
How do I locate this messenger?
Look for my man Aldridge by the fountain here in the camp. He'll point the mage out to you.
You need a Witcher to do this?
Do not underestimate Count Maravel. He does not employ common scoundrels, and I don't intend to either. Hieronymus Lash. Sound familiar?
A pretentious, invented name. Belongs to a bard or a mummer, I'd say. But you wouldn't need my help with either of those, so I'll venture a guess. Maravel entrusts his correspondence to a mage.
I knew you were suited to this task. The magic barrier placed over the city mutes all forms of high magic, preventing Lash from contacting Shillard remotely. He nevertheless remains dangerous. During the times of the previous conclave, I believe he was caught practicing black magic. He faced execution, but that louse Maravel saved him.
Alright, well, we might as well just keep looking into it. It could help our cause, I guess, or whatever our cause even is. We're just looking for a Nais at this point, but I still don't trust this guy, but we can do this.
All right, I'll look into it.
My lord, we know where they are. What are your orders?
Find out what happened to
Bloody
Bowskii and
wonderful day.
Nais, then talk to Natalis.
Assemble your men and resolve this once and for all.
Alright, well, let's meet with this Aldrich.
It's
Gather
you.
your gear. Met many a baron. Horson's the lot of them. Kimbolt's different. So if anything happens to him,
Master Witcher,
well,
What do you
I'll
want?
gut you.
my lord,
personally.
the Right Honourable Count Maravel requests the pleasure of your company. He says it's urgent.
Seems like everything is these days. Tell the Count I'll think about it.
Call to Count Maravel. Pacta sunt serventa.
Stop looking at me!
Do we just go to him now? What the fuck's going on here?
What's so urgent, Count?
Etiquette is not your enemy, Witcher. It would not hurt you to embrace it at times. In any case, I could not help noticing you circulating in and out of Baron Kimbolt's quarters. Yet I wonder if you are fully aware of the kind of man you serve.
What do you mean?
He cuts a fine figure, doesn't he? The heavy cloak, the silver mane, the booming voice. Yet our worthy Baron is hardly the saint he makes himself out to be.
A lot of that going around recently.
I am in possession of certain information that might interest you.
And you want to share it because...
We come from different worlds, Witcher. On the surface, we are as unlike as wraiths and wyverns. Yet, no matter our preferences, culinary, political, erotic, ultimately we both are interested in and tirelessly seek one and the same thing: the truth.
You can talk, Count. I'll grant you that. But I'm not convinced you can be trusted. Baron Kimbolt also offered me the chance to learn a certain truth. I don't think I need to say who about.
And you are certain that Kimbolt can be trusted?
So far, all the Baron's words have proved true.
Well, then I merely ask that you verify mine. You are not the sole person to have repeatedly visited our kind-hearted Baron recently.
Doesn't seem strange to me, given the time and the place.
He has also had some more troublesome callers, blackmailers to be specific. Now, I'm not handing down any verdicts. Perhaps the Baron has some personal problems, in which case I would very much like to help him.
Get to the point, Count.
My people have learned where these blackmailers are encamped. I assume Baron Kimbolt has not been sitting on his hands and has also dispatched his huntsman to find them. A horrible man.
I know who you mean. Ran into him in Kimbolt's quarters.
Then you must also know that if you do not make haste, nothing will be left of our blackmailers, save some rotting corpses. I shall show you where they have their camp, and I merely ask that you learn what is at issue. Naturally, you can count on my gratitude, though we both know that is not the greatest reward.
I can't promise you anything, Count, but I'll think about it. Farewell.
Called the Kimbolt's blackmailers before the Baron's huntsmen dispose of them. So, hold on. We got all types of stuff going on here. Let's do the messenger one first. Meet Aldrich. Wherever that's going. And then we will do his. See what the fuck's going on. Because this shit is just chaotic as all hell right now. Hopefully that messenger, whoever is over there, don't get killed if we go off and do this quest.
Evil eye!
Aldrich, Baron Kimbolt said you'd point Hieronymus Lash out to me.
Perfect timing. Come with me.
Is a witcher a kind of sorcerer?
So we are just... You may recall Geralt managed to prove that the letter ordering Bowskii convoy to change course had been forged. Needless to say, Baron Kimbolt was immensely pleased, for he was no longer suspected of being responsible for the disappearance of Foltest Bastard. The Baron, a sly fox, where politics were concerned, counteracted immediately, providing our hero with new lead. The Witcher was to intercept Count Maravel's messenger and strip him of whatever scrolls he was carrying. As Kimball told, any letter would prove that its author was a Nilfgaardian collaborator and thus a traitor to Temeria. And this traitor could very well have orchestrated Bowskie's disappearance, thus encouraged. Geralt directed his steps towards the fountain in Loc Muinne Center Square, where he was able to meet Aldrich, one of the Baron Kimball's spies. Alright, now I get it. So I did say a little earlier that this gentleman was definitely probably a Nilfgaardian spy. He seems like he is.
Where's Lash?
Patience, mate. They should be here any minute. Look, I've done my bit. Up to you now.
Relieve him of the scrolls? Alright, well, what were we just supposed to do? Go whoop his ass? Excuse me!
We've got a tail. Stop him.
Stop there, White One.
What if I don't?
Then I'll fucking help you!
I'd like to see you try.
Consider it done!
Goodbye. See ya. Fucking wrecking. Oh.
That's the one. Kill him.
We got Nilfgaardian fucking scumbags here. Come on in. Get out of here. Let's take out the archers first. Geralt's here.
Taste our skill!
Oh, fucking hell. Yes. Did you see that? That was fucking ridiculous. Holy moly. Why did we not get this earlier? Oh my goodness. Just absolutely obliterated all of them.
Enough! You shall die. Here and now.
Come here, sucker. Where the hell's he going? Come here. What are you running for? We gotta... So he's teleporting to... We don't want to get hit by this stuff, probably. Come here, sucker. He's teleporting to like 4... Hold on here. Put a trap down somewhere, because he's only going to these certain spots, it looks like. Oh. Oh, you're in my trap. Easy peasy. See ya, scummy. Count Maravel's correspondence, magnifying glass, and clawler. Let's see. Your Excellency, I am happy to report that Anais, Foltest's bastard daughter, has been handed over to the Kedwenis in Your Excellency's name as per our agreement. The girl is now under the Sorcerer Deathmold's care, and he appeared to be more than pleased with the gift. I trust that since I have concluded my end of the matter, I can now expect swift closure thereof on Your Excellency's part. Sadly, not all went as planned. Foltest's bastard son Bowskii perished, though a series of unfortunate coincidences. Yet when dealing with such complex situations, rife with unforeseen circumstances, one must prepare to risk certain losses. I mourn for the lad, yet I trust Your Excellency will see the advantages of this turn of events. Besides, can one really expect to cheat fate? Your Excellency's faithful servant, Count Maravel. So he is indeed a fucking Count, like Nilfgaardian. He's like a Nilfgaardian spy here, obviously. Find out what happened to Bowskii and Anais. Alright, well that's that. That was pretty cool of a fight. Interesting one. You just kind of gotta... I called him pretty quick to it there. I was actually going to just see if he could blow himself up, but it didn't look like it was friendly fire in the mix, so putting that trap there made it easy. So I wonder maybe we should have done that to all the other damn mages, too. Alright, well, let's go back in here, and I'm not going to Natalis and talk to him about Maribel. Shit. Sorry, man. Don't bust me up. Let's do the other one and see if we can get dirt on this Kimbolt person. Interesting. I wonder if we gotta go to them. So we can go to him and tell him that, hey, I know you're a Nilfgaardian fucking spy. Or maybe we just go to Natalis. But let's see, though. Because we have this other one here. And this is the one that's implicating Kimbolt to be a shicey bastard.
Summit wide.
I know my Nilfgaardian friends. My Nilfgaardians. I know my Nilfgaardians, damn it.
Magic,
I told you from the beginning that guy was a Nilfgaardian. I knew it. He just looked like he was. And the only thing that really gave it away was the Count title, because Count DeWitt in the first game, and obviously his black hair and his frilly little stuff that he has going on. Excuse me, sir.
What do you want?
I saw you talking to Kimbolt.
I'm free to go where I please and talk to whoever I please.
Couldn't agree more. Now you're here and you'll talk to me. I'm interested in the Baron.
I've naught to say to you.
Not good, because I need to know everything you know about him.
Baron Kimbolt sends his regards.
Oh, just what we needed.
Leave us, Witcher.
Since when does a Witcher take orders from a huntsman?
Since that Witcher stopped hunting monsters and started poking his nose into others' affairs.
Sometimes the stench is so strong you can't help but catch a whiff.
Aye, well spoken. You've some common stinking thugs here, and I'm to teach them some humility.
A ponce like you? Pucker up and kiss my arse, you fucking tulip.
Leave them alone. Get out of your way. Let me get out of your way? No. Hell no. Leave them alone.
These folk have nothing to say to you, understand?
I'll be the judge of that.
Lend us a hand, Witcher. You'll not regret it.
I'll need to know everything about Kimbolt.
God, this is shit! Enough of your jabbering! Kill them all!
Come on in, suckers. Oh, homeboy's got a health bar. Hang in there. Don't you go dying on me. See ya. Reckon.
Thanks, Witcher. We'd be corpses if not for you.
Yeah, seems likely. Now don't make me regret helping you.
You're welcome to all we know about Kimbolt.
I'm all ears.
We came here to collect our fee, me and me brothers, for a favour we did the Baron.
What did you do for him?
Spent 4 days in a forest, sitting on our asses.
Baron Kimbolt wanted to pay you for that?
Course not. We was to destroy some wagons in a caravan that was to pass through Millville. Problem is, caravan never came round.
I can see why you're having trouble collecting.
Kimbolt had shite information. How is that our fault? That bugger lost us a right lot of time. And you know what they say, time is coin.
What exactly were your orders?
We was to watch the high road for a caravan carrying nobles. 2 coloured wagons and a small escort. The wagons, they was ours. All inside was to perish.
Any idea who was supposed to be in the wagons?
2 high-born young'uns and their nannies. That's all the Baron told us.
Willing to tell Natalis all this?
I'm to fess up. They draw and quarter me.
You didn't do anything. Took a job, that's it. They can't prove you actually wanted to complete it. If you refuse, Kimbolt wins. He'll squirm his way out of this, but it won't end there. The Baron's got gold enough to hunt you till he hunts you down.
Not likely. I'll see them tear stripes off his back with hot pincers. All right, I'll talk to Natalis.
Alrighty then. So we got dirt on both Kimbolt and fucking Maribel. So Maribel was the one that forged it and changed the route. So he didn't want to see the kids dead. But Maribel is a fucking Nilfgaardian agent spy type of shit. So, and Kimbolt wanted the kids dead. So basically, they're both fucking guilty. Let's go to Natalis. Find out what happened to Bowskii and Ice, then talk to Natalis. Well, let's just go to Natalis then. I bet you we can go to them and accuse them, probably. Should we? Or maybe we should just Go to Natalis. Let's just go to Natalis. Temerian's deal. It's not our right to be poking in, but I am curious to see if they have any more information. Accused Merivale. The lead you gave me checked out.
I found the Baron's blackmailers.
And? Did Kimbolt knock up a peasant girl, a healthy one at least?
Unfortunately, it's a national matter, not a personal one.
May I know its essence? As a statesman, matters pertaining to Temeria are of the utmost concern to me.
It looks like Kimbolt hired this group to murder Anais and Bowskii.
Thank the gods they were only half successful.
This group didn't kill anyone. The convoy carrying Foltest's children changed course. It never arrived where our blackmailers were waiting.
I know the Baron. He approaches things comprehensively. He must have enlisted a second group, which accomplished the terrible deed.
Whichever way you cut it, Kimbolt's a traitor, pure and simple.
Oh my, must have hit the old man pretty hard.
The Baron doesn't know yet.
What are you waiting for, Witcher? Make haste. You must deliver the evidence to the Interrex.
Actually, I was hoping you'd do that. I need to tend to some other matters.
Knowing the constable, I fear he would look upon any accusation I made with distaste. He could very well assume I was merely trying to subvert a natural rival. He might see the evidence as doubtful, even fabricated. But we cannot allow a traitor to play an important role during the summit.
Yeah, I guess we can't.
Besides, to witness the fall of the honorable Baron Kimbolt, I don't know if I could bear it.
I gotta admit, Count, your clearly feigned concern for Kimbolt, well, it makes me wonder.
Yes, I suppose it must. Goodbye, Witcher.
Farewell, Count.
So, can we still... What can we do with accusing him?
Does the name Brigida Papabrock ring any bells?
Rings bells, sets off whistles. Why? I believe my loins have grown warm. Touch my plums, touch my plums.
Excuse me?
Fruit, Witcher, especially fruit of the south. Tender, juicy, soft on the exterior. That's what I think of when you mention Dame Brigida. The woman is positively obsessed.
I was hoping for a straighter answer.
A man of your experience surely understands what I mean.
So you admit you know her well?
I know her, I have known her, and I expect I yet will, and I'm not alone in that. Though, mind you, I admire the woman. Her kind of ambition is rare among both genders.
Ever taken advantage of that? Ever asked her to run errands for you?
One must be careful with the ambitious. They are almost always running their own errands. Asking them to do yours simply invites them to use you. Baron Kimbolt learned that the hard way. But why ask me about the lass, here and now of all times and places? Surely, given your close allegiance and, no doubt, many a shared drinking binge, Commander Roach has told you all.
Commander Roach can be strangely discreet. What do you know?
I'm hardly one to tell another man's secrets.
Indulge me.
If you must know, the rascal Roach rogered our dear Brigida, just before he passed her off onto me, among others, with a purpose in mind, I suspect.
He'll be interested to hear what you had to say.
My, aren't we dutiful?
Brigida used Baron Kimbolt?
Continues to, I surmise.
To what end?
You cannot expect me to answer every little query that pops into your mind, Witcher.
Let's accuse him.
Fool, I find no other term for you. Did you think I could let you go with that information? I truly regret it had to end this way.
Witcher? Witcher!
Forgive me, Count. I lost my train of thought. I'd like to talk.
Farewell? What the fuck? So we can talk to Natalis? They're both fucking guilty. I hope I'm not messing up by talking to them, telling them about the other person's shit.
Merivale's letters pretty much confirm your claim. The Count is a traitor.
What was in those letters?
That information is for Constable Natalis. State secret. I'm sure you understand, Baron.
I'm impressed by your endurance, Witcher. Rather I would have been had anyone learned what happened here.
Poor Geralt.
Yes, what is it?
Nothing. I'd like to talk.
Take it easy. Alright, well, that will be that. Let's go to Natalis and accuse. Okay, let's accuse both of them if we can. Well, it seems we really didn't need to talk to these gentlemen beforehand. Remember, I hastily talked to them beforehand? I guess we didn't need
Trickster.
There's a traitor among the Temerians.
Careful, Witcher. You'd better have evidence if you plan to accuse someone of treason.
Bowskii and Anais.
Yes?
Accuse Kimbolt and Marival. Hey, let's accuse both of them. One's a Nilfgaardian spy and the other one wanted to kill him.
Count Marival outright betrayed Temeria, while Baron Kimbolt planned to murder Foltest's children.
Those are serious charges.
Kimbolt hired some thugs to do the wet work for him. I found them, and one's ready to testify. They never got the job done because the convoy carrying the children changed course, only to fall into an ambush set by Marival. The Count wanted to hand Anais and Bowskii over to the Nilfgaardians. You'll find the proof in this letter. Bowski's death was an accident.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria. I cannot arrest them both. Their contingents are among the largest in Loc Muinne, and I cannot risk mutiny by their men. Thank you, Witcher. You did well to bring this matter to my attention. I only hope Baron Kimbolt will agree to stand with me. So you see, Baron, I have learned all, and it makes me sick to think about it. However, you may count yourself fortunate, for we've a greater problem to deal with. You shall provide me with your full support as we arrest Count Marival.
This plea sounds more like a threat to me, Constable.
It is no plea, it is an order, and yes, a threat. Refuse, and the Council of Regents shall receive ample evidence of your crime, of your wish to slay the children for whom our king gave his life.
What are your terms, Natalis?
Upon returning to Vizima, I shall destroy the evidence against you. Prior to that, however, I expect your unconditional support.
How can I be certain you will do as you pledge?
My word still means something, unlike yours, you lying, rotting son of a whore.
So be it. But heed this, Constable. Do not try to cross me.
See ya. Alright, well, that would be that. Lilies and Vipers is done. That was a pretty interesting quest. It was kind of confusing at first, but I kind of caught on there at the end, which was pretty awesome. As he laid open the schemes of the two Temerian magnates and began to learn bits and pieces of Bowskii and Anais' fate, the Witcher drew closer and closer to concluding that all Temerian highborn were guilty to some degree. After Foltest's death, each and every one had at last considered taking the throne, and some actually began to weave plots that would lead to their coronation. Geralt decided that both Kimbolt and Marival, though their scheming had crossed the line into treason and brought misfortune to Foltest's children, the Witcher presented a charge to Interrex Natalis, but as it turned out, the arm of the law was not as long as one might have hoped, given that the Baron and the Count had come to Loc Muinne on their own household troops. Natalis lacked the men to arrest them both. He decided to charge and arrest Marival, judging his guilt to be greater. What is more, he asked Baron Kimbolt to lend him his men-at-arms in case of trouble. Needless to say, the Baron agreed eagerly. Alright, well, we have Natalis on board with, you know, the whole of Temeria here, I guess. So, go save Triss or help Vernon Roach. This is nothing, and this is nothing. Alright, well, this is the last quest, and interesting enough, we are coming down to the end here, but I did, however, read a good deal of codexes, caught up pretty much to speed, and I want to show you guys that, where is it at? Zoltan, he indeed did survive the battle. After the fall of Vergen, the roads were flooded with refugees On one such road outside Hensel's camp, I met Zoltan, who had luckily managed to flee safely. It is hard to remember the last time I was as happy as when I saw his bearded face. Zoltan and I kept each other company during the journey. We reached safely together, but it is a different story altogether. He survived. Saskia did indeed survive as well. Once victory was out of reach and defeat inevitable, Saskia fled to Loc Muinne with Philippa. So obviously Philippa probably has her spellbound again. And pretty cool. I will go and read the rest later. Get caught up to speed completely. Let's head over towards Roach because I think we are actually done. There's nothing else to do. Does he have anything else? He don't. Well, let's level up then before we actually go to Roach. We have one talent. You know, I kind of want to do... Let's do more sword damage. That should be good. And the next one will do more damage per enemies and such. Where would Roach actually be? So that was cool. Hopefully it strengthens your claim there, Natalis, because you seem to be a good dude. He was pretty cool. I don't think I remember him too much from the books. I know he was a hero of the Battle of Brenna, but I don't remember Natalis' story being very big in the books. He's just a big hero. That's all we pretty much know about it.
It's you!
But I don't know. I actually rather like him there because he seems pretty honorable over these other scums. And hopefully it does strengthen Temeria or whatever. And we're going to have to make a decision on Triss and Vernon. Obviously, I'm thinking about... Well, not just thinking about... Where is Vernon?
What's he doing here?
Where is this at? Oh, there's something to go down there? Wait a minute here. This is the Ked... Oh, this is the Kedwenny... Oh! The Kedwenny camp for... What's his name said something about he had to go in the stinking ruins. I was wondering what a Kedwenny camp is because I went all over this place. I went in everywhere I could go in. I've talked to everyone I possibly could up to this point. There is nothing else that we could possibly do, nothing to talk to, but I didn't know where the Kedwenny stuff is. So it looks like the Kedwenny stuff is like underground here. See, because there's a flag, but I was, you know, I came over here and I'm like looking around, trying to get into this door, and it is literally nothing, and all I had to do was go down here. So that's what we're going to do. We're actually not going to save Triss. I'm going to make multiple saves, and I'm going to see the outcomes of saving Triss and such on both paths. I do have a few saves to where I can do that, and I would do that probably, obviously off camera, but I would do it maybe even before we get to Witcher 3, or possibly sometime in the Witcher 3, so I will have knowledge of all the paths in this game, at least the ending part, but we're going to go ahead and save here. When we get back, we're going to go ahead and do Roach's path, and that's pretty much the trek to endgame, because I can imagine this is the same thing as the whole saving Saskia thing, and that was literally like 1 or 2 quests later, and it was the end of the game. But anyways, friends, take it easy, have a good one, stay safe as always, and I will see you all next time. Take care.